Trying to think how.
Good afternoon, everybody out on
75 to
YouTube.
86. Yeah. So I'm looking at a doubling of today's bar. And then we'll get some exhaustion into 97. All right.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Time to bet.
And Mike?
Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
Tired.
Great.
What's going on in the market? It's called Chop.
Yeah.
Also known as a TV show if you watch the Cooking Channel.
It's chopped,
Just saying.
isn't it?
My take is that there's a lot of uncertainty and nobody knows what's going to happen, so they're just sitting back and allowing money to go the way they want it to go.
Mm.
I mean,
Brother writes. Oh, look at that. It's showtime.
yes, welcome to everybody out on YouTube. You may have heard a voice that you haven't heard. That is Jared from our moderation team. He is on the mic as well this afternoon.
Hello.
Everybody. Mike, we need your screen in the room.
Oh, yeah, I can throw that up there. Possibly. As we go.
Maybe. If we ask nicely.
If we ask nicely, I hit the wrong one, of course. There we go. Share screen. Jared has his up there, and he was talking to it, so I didn't want to
Oh, I appreciate that.
cut it out. So here we go, everybody. So, but it has. I missed that big spy pop around 12:30, 1 o'clock though. That kind of disappointed me a little bit, but
Yeah, around 1 o'clock. Wasn't it earlier? No. Are you thinking
12:30, 1 o'clock.
12:30, yeah.
Yeah, I had Facebook on. I really was anticipating Facebook to run to 270-ish today.
Coming up right after the close, earnings from Netflix, NFLX at 4 p.m. TXN Texas Instruments. Also,
Let me turn Benzing off here. I was anticipating it to run up to 270, and early in the morning it kind of set a high that I took advantage. Got a little bit out of it, not much. But then I was anticipating about 2 in the afternoon that it would push that again, which it did. I just wasn't around for it.
Yeah, I took the first pop, as I was saying, and I got out of my trade on Apple, which was a great trade. I got low of the day and got in on it, and I was very happy with it. But I should have. Well, I didn't. I guess it wasn't quite low of the day.
Yeah, right about 1 o'clock was a nice setup. I came in about 1:15, 1:30. So the volume seemed quite low to begin the day too today.
Mm-hmm. It was actually the volume off the open was pretty low.
Yeah, I got caught in BA with like I think when I entered BA this morning it had 27% RVol.
Wow.
I was like, whoops, forgot to look at that little itty bitty indicator there. And of course then it's just chopping all around, up and down. Fills are terrible. In and out of that one quick. Yeah, you're right, Chris. It popped up and then it just
Alrighty.
tanked. Had a large spread too when I was trading it because of the low volume on it. It was not fun. Yeah. I got my first partial on BA was a loss because the spread was so wide. It was like a 30-cent spread almost.
Oh, so you got kicked out on the spread alone. Wow.
Yeah. So I took a partial and my partial showed up below, and that's when it dawned on me. I looked over at the R-vol. I was like, oh, look at that R-vol and look at that spread. Okay, I'm going to have to reassess whether I should even be in this trade at this point.
Right.
Yeah, even Facebook, right? Facebook still isn't over 100%. But it's pretty high. It's higher than it's been for the last 3 or 4 days, Facebook at least. My regret trade of the day was, of all things, Visa at the open. Visa had
Visa.
yeah.
Like V? Symbol V?
Visa Inc. So at the morning, it hit my scanner. Plus, it had. I've been working with that trade signal that DAS now has, and I've configured it to see what stocks are trading high volume, higher than normal volume during the pre-market, and Visa was on there. So I just kind of threw it up on my screen, and then when it hit my scanner here at 9:36, I was like, oh, look at that. It's a pullback, pre-market high. Oh, but the volume just, I mean, it didn't have very much volume going through it, like 8,000 shares at the time. So I was like,
Yeah,
Visa,
Visa.
I can't take that trade. I couldn't.
Visa's normally really hard to trade, I found, yeah.
But when
tried to
it popped, I mean, it went from 198 up to 199 before even coming back and coming anywhere near the entry on it. So would have ended my day early, but yeah, that happens.
Oh, well, what can you do? IBM is coming back down, bounced off these moving averages, and see if it holds here. I haven't heard anything more on news out of the house.
Nope. I haven't seen anything populate either.
Oh, Jared's going for the extreme reversal here on Zoom. I see the volume indicator. Still pushing down. Spread is, God, that spread is hard to manage though. Anywhere from 20 cents to 60 cents in a matter of a change of the ask. That's
I give it up to John. I don't know how he can trade Zoom with that spread. It is crazy sometimes. Look at that, 60 cents, 44 cents right now.
I don't know. I can't handle that. I don't like. I've tried to trade those before. Like, I don't mind a wide spread if it's consistent. You can actually manage it if it's consistent. The problem I find is that when the spread goes from 5 cents to 60 cents, like it can throw you right off.
I'm comfortable. You're right. A consistent spread I can handle up to about 20 cents. Above that, I don't like it above 20 cents. Zoom is crazy. Netflix reporting today. Whee! Jared going for the ride. Getting a decent move out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And see where his entry was.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, that can happen. Yeah, you're getting a move here. You got $2 on it, I guess.
Yeah. See, Chris, that's exactly what ended up happening to me when I was trying to partial out a BA today. 30-cent drop. It's never good when you press.
Wow, look at the spot.
Oh yeah,
Microsoft
Sky's pushing.
Apple.
Oh man, QCOM.
That's what's giving Jared his boost here, or partially on Zoom. It's being supported by the markets. Everything's popping up.
Didn't hear anything come out.
Well, nice, Jared. Yeah, I see AMD, Chris, really moving with the market here, but a very shallow, if you were using a 2-minute chart to trade, sort of put in a shallow, sort of weak double bottom here on AMD. But that would have been a hard trade for me, I think. But could have tried the risk. These candles down here at 3:15, 14:15 would have been hard.
SPY just kind of bounced off that pre-market low, didn't it? And just popped right back up. Super wide range on it. Yep, Zen. So we do have IRBT, Netflix, and Snap for earnings this afternoon. 4 o'clock, 4:05, and 4:10. So could be interesting. Especially Netflix. That one might be interesting. I still want to know how they make money with all their movie production now.
Who makes money?
Netflix. I know they got the subscription, but they are producing a ton of movies with some big name actors.
Yeah, I was commenting on that the other. This weekend, I watched a movie by, who was it? Jamie Foxx, Project Power. Anyways, it was a Netflix film, and I remember when Bright came out, which was with Will Smith. Everybody's like, Will Smith's doing a Netflix movie? What's going on? And that wasn't that long ago, and since there's been a ton of celebrities that have done, Netflix type movies. So they're paying for the names, because I'm sure that their agents are not giving away their time.
No,
Right?
that's why. And then Jennifer L. Everybody in the neighborhood using one account.
Yeah. Well, my family uses one account, and my family just happens to be in 4 different cities across 2 different continents. So.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody though.
I mean,
And some of the movies are actually pretty good, and their series are too.
Yeah, I mean, some of the content is great, some of it is not. But yeah, but you're right. There's a ton of stuff, right? Especially when you consider the number of languages that they're producing. Like we just generally see the English stuff, but there's a ton of stuff they're producing, foreign language films and that for a global market, it's pretty impressive.
Everything getting a little bounce going into the close.
So they make 1.6 billion a month if the amount of subscribers you found is correct and they all pay the minimum. Okay.
Wow, 1.6 billion. I guess
guess
you could do that then.
yeah, I guess you can make that work.
Maybe. Possibly. You never know.
Give me a month of income to play with and I'll let you know.
Yeah. Ooh, look at Zoom. Right back down to the low.
Oh, wow, Zoom, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember mailing them their CDs or their DVDs back.
Yeah, it's true, right? I was talking to somebody about that, and they're like, "Well, that wasn't the same company." I'm like, "It was the same company. I mean, that's how they started, right? Like, it was a mail order type business. You would get, what could you get? I can't remember. It was 4 or 5 at a time, and as long as you didn't have more than whatever the number was, you just send them back, and they give you the prepaid envelope, and then you could just order another one. And
and you could have the running list, right? So when they received one, they would just send the next one that was on your list.
Exactly.
And just keep going. They were competing against Redbox because Redbox had just come out.
Right. That was because that was going to be the next thing with those sitting in all the grocery stores and stuff, right?
Yep. And then Hollywood Video and Blockbuster couldn't adapt quick enough.
Yeah, well, I've read a lot about Blockbuster, and their story's more complex than that. They actually had a lot of mismanagement along the way, so which surprised me. I didn't really know about that, but until after the fact when I read about it. But
I wonder, Gavin, I wonder.
okay, I got that handled. Now, what do we got? 12 minutes till the market close. Is Jared doing any other crazy stuff out there?
He said he's all out of Zoom, so we have no worries there.
I'm not surprised. Good.
Unless he got back in on that double bottom there.
IBM. I should have taken IBM. It's still going. Dang it. See what happens? You make some bad decisions one day. It affects you for more than just that day. Now I'm hesitant to take trades into the close because I was a schmuck yesterday. Oh, well.
And there's that IBM. So pull up the trade of the day today, and I apologize. There's no way I'm going to be able to pronounce the winner today. So I will.
You're giving us that heads up right now.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a heads up right now, right away. But it is spelled Hui. So that is the winner off of IBM. So they took a short at the open when it rejected VWAP partialed around a daily level, and then as it pulled back, couldn't get above VWAP, got back in. And it's unique with this trader because they did not move their stop loss to break even, which is something you can do if that's according to your trading plan. And then added to the position and got a couple good partials at some support levels on the way down, and then got all out at around 1010 with it. So at a major support level down by 117. So good trading.
That's a good judge of the bottom there. Yeah. That's about where I went in. So.
Yeah, and just now it made just a little bit lower of a low, but not much off of it. It's at 116.85 now. So that's good. So if you'd like to be considered for the trade of the day, those are the earnings. Go ahead, mark up your post for your best trade. Post it on Twitter, tag at Bearable Traders at MikeB_BBT and at NormBBT. Use the hashtag BBT family, day trading, and stock market. The winner will be announced every day during the close show for everybody. And then if you get the opportunity and you win the trade of the week, you'll have the opportunity to share your trade book and do a recap with the community. So, and this evening I will be presenting module 4, mindfulness during trading. That includes everything from pre-market, during the market, after the market, different ways to self-analyze how you are doing so that you can ensure that you're putting on a good trade. And then next week, Nada will come in and talk about mindfulness throughout your life. And then do you want to take it over, Peter? Or are you in a
Sure. I thought you just said throughout your life. I thought, well, that's a painful life then. But from a webinar perspective, guys, I'm looking forward to the next 2 weeks for 2 different reasons. So starting with this Wednesday's presentation on the 21st, so that's tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, we're going to have Dr. Kenneth Reed talking to us about how to manage yourself and be more effective at your trading, especially if you're a trader over 50. So if you're like me and approaching 50 or are already over that age, this would be of great interest. I would suspect if you're younger, there's still going to be some good lessons in there and some interesting information. So I would suggest joining and learning how you can sort of best manage yourself to effectuate strong trading throughout your life. And then next week, we're going to have Jared. And we've been talking about this guy, not only Jared, but his good buddy, Mr. Pearson Fail. And Pearson Fail, who we've decided is a handsome actor in a tuxedo, is one of his strategies that he takes quite regularly. And in fact, he was just trading that. I think that's probably what he traded on Zoom mere moments ago. We were just talking about it. So I'm joking because it's actually called Pierce and Fail, but it sounds like Pearson Fail. So we've given it a name. So, but that's going to be at 8 o'clock again next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Oh, are we switching over to the new schedule? Okay. All right. So it's going to be Tuesday. So keep that in mind, guys. If you have a repeating calendar entry for that for our webinars, that next week we're starting with the Tuesday schedule. Now there's a tax one coming up in November. I think that one is still scheduled on Wednesday. But anyways, we got a little bit of change over here as we get things moving. So, but keep in mind then the success webinar for the for next week is on the 27th. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's right. So, yes, indeed, you can still take advantage of our one-time lifetime membership payment option. Use the code Halloween35 to get 35% off that one-time membership. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a like. We love having you here. Give us some comments too. We love to see what you think, and any feedback you can get, how we can improve our show would be good. But we also are live trading in the room all day. And we have many of our members that don't ever get onto YouTube. Our moderators who provide support to our users and information all throughout the day. So if you want to take advantage of that, see what's actually happening in our chat room, you can do that by using the code premarket24 to get a $24 one-week trial. It'll give you access to our introduction course, which Carlos just did last night. It's always a great way to sort of learn the trade room, get a feel for how things work, and ask any question you might have. And you can sort of interact in that room for an entire week. Hopefully then you'll decide to join us, and then you can get access to all of our training material, of which we have hundreds and hundreds of hours of training material on every topic you would need to be a successful trader. Add on to that, of course, all our forums and activity you can take advantage of. It's really a great value to be a BBT member. So hopefully you'll join us soon.
Things that we have for today.
Yeah, we got a few. Actually, this isn't.
Yep.
Where are the neat ones?
They're all the way down here at the bottom.
Are they? Because don't we have Netflix? There we go. There it is.
Netflix here at 4 o'clock. So as soon as the market closes, then followed by iRobot. That shouldn't be all that exciting. But then we also have Snap, who will come in at 4:10, and usually Snap's pretty good to trade around their earnings date. So those are big days for the earnings. MJK still pushing up. Netflix, let's pull up good old Netflix. Down, selling off into the close. Need popcorn, Cajun wings, and a milkshake. That almost sounds like In-N-Out burgers then, but it's after the Cajun wings.
Sounds good.
Milkshake
Anyway,
though does sound good.
there was a. Oh no, that was a Shake Shack. Actually, I was in, not an In-N-Out burger. Never mind. See, I don't have those restaurants up here, but I was in Vegas and I went to a Shake Shack. It was like the best fast food experience I'd ever had.
Oh,
I don't remember what the food was like, but I was having fun with all the people working there, and it was awesome.
Shake Shack. Any place in Vegas is fun to get fast food.
Is it? I guess I don't normally do it. We were actually at the outlet mall, and we went with some friends, right? So, and then it was funny because we went with some friends, and it was so like gender stereotypical, right? All the guys, we all said like we have no interest in shopping, so we all went to like the Shake Shack and hung out, and the ladies all went shopping, and anyway, so we walk in, and they're like, I've never been to a Shake Shack, so I'm like dumb Canadian walking in, and they're like, I order whatever I ordered, and a milkshake, and they're like, well, would you like your milkshake extra thick? And I'm like, what do you mean? Well, you can get regular or extra thick or something. Is that what they call it, guy? Anybody know? I think it was extra thick. It was something like that. And I'm like, why would I want a thin milkshake? Yeah, I mean, I like them thick. And the girl who was behind the counter, she was awesome. Like, woo, listen to this white boy says he likes them thick. And she starts yelling at the people behind the counter, and they start yelling it back at me. And I'm like, yeah, make it thick, shake it up. And anyways, everybody standing in line, looking at me going, what is happening? I don't know. I'm like, I'm in Vegas. I don't really care. Anyways, I was having a blast. And from there on, every time we sat out there, of course, for hours because we were waiting for everybody to finish shopping. And every time one of the people would come by and clean the lobby, they walk by and they go, "Oh, there he is!" And of course, I would yell back at them. And anyway, that's fun.
Oh.
There's my fast food.
40 seconds till the market closes for everybody, in case you're in a trade.
As you can tell, I'm not shy. I tend to make friends everywhere I go.
Yeah. The one time that I had Shake Shack was in Kuwait at the embassy of all places.
The American embassy?
At the American embassy, because we were celebrating. So every year they celebrate the 4th of July in Kuwait at the embassy. So they bring in the Kuwaitis, a whole bunch of dignitaries, and then all the military personnel there, plus the embassy personnel that are there. But it goes, believe it or not, they celebrate it in, it's February that they celebrate it in. Because if you try to do anything in July in Kuwait, like even at nighttime, it's 110 degrees. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So they do it there. I'll have to get the picture that I have because I still have a picture. But they bring in all the American food venues, fast food places, all come in. You had Shake Shack, Wendy's, Burger King, I mean, Pizza Hut. You had it all. And that's what the Kuwaitis want to eat, is all the fast food.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dignitaries, kings, everybody's in there. All the princes. They're all eating Shake Shack and Wendy's.
Dang.
Woo, look at Netflix. That is a dump.
Let's see. Oh my goodness. Netflix down $40. I assume that means that the numbers are not good.
X-ray. 486.50, the low, bouncing around here now.
But it just popped back to 525.
TXN Texas Instruments reporting $1.45. The estimate was $1.28 for TXN.
Wow, I'm gonna get my sheet ready for tomorrow. Put that on the list as something to watch.
Revenue of $3.82 billion. That's a beat for Texas Instruments. Tango X-ray November. IRBT iRobot reporting $2.58. The estimate was $1 for iRobot. India Romeo Bravo Tango.
Netflix, all right. Here you go, something to watch.
Revenue of $413.1 million. That's also a beat for iRobot. IRBT.
Normally like to trade Netflix. This
Shares
may
of
be the
iRobot
exception.
spiking
Or
now
maybe.
$109.87 on iRobot. Continuing to spike here. Up about
earnings.
$15 now at the high for IRBT on that better than expected report.
Up 20%.
IBKR Interactive Brokers reporting
iRobot's
58 cents.
another one
That's a 3-cent
that
beat.
I usually
Revenue
only
of
ever bother to look
$548
at
million. Also a
around
beat
earnings.
for IBKR. India Bravo Kilo Romeo.
Where did CBLI
Netflix
end up?
missed earnings, but beat on sales.
Netflix
So missed earnings,
says for
but beat on
Q4
sales.
forecast 6 million paid net additions versus 8.8 million in Q4 of 2019. Expects Q4 PC.
I'm not sure if it's sad or a
FCF
good
to be
thing
slightly
that
negative
you know
for
you
FY
get to a point where you
2020
know
forecast
pretty much
FCF
all
to
the
be
ticker
about $2
symbols
billion
off by heart.
up from
If you
prior
name me a company, I could
expectation.
probably tell you.
Break even to positive.
It's also bad when you're talking
Shares
with
of
your
Netflix
spouse
now at
about playing
$4.96.
games, and you're like,
About
yeah,
$10
just buy
off the
Love.
lows on
Buy a
Netflix.
ticket on Love. They're like, Love? What airline is Love?
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Shares
You know,
I've done that too.
Texas Instruments, TXN.
Or it goes the other way, right?
Now
I've talked to my wife, or
154.50 at the
you
highs.
know, differently, I guess, where I've spoken to my wife and I said, "Oh, like I had this great trade today on something," but it was like, let's say CBLI. She's like, "Well, what is it?" I'm like, "I don't know. What's the company name?" No idea, right? So I guess I don't know the names of all of them, but they're, you know, when you get the small one, you're like, "Yeah." She's like, "How did you trade something? You don't even know what it is." I'm like, "It doesn't matter.
Increases
I don't care.
profitability,
I don't care
transition
what
to
it does.
production of Netflix originals matures.
That too, Chris. You are true.
When you're trading in your dreams.
Netflix
I had this
says
crazy dream
optimistic will complete shooting on over 150 productions by year
It
end.
has nothing to do with trading.
Wow, 150 productions, Netflix. That is crazy.
Shares of iRobot off the highs now. IRBT.
iRobot jumped up.
Yeah. iRobot may actually be able to be tradable tomorrow. What's its
iRobot
daily look
104.80.
It can be. I mean, it's
75. Find that
its
better than
average daily
expected
volume is
report.
really low, but when it does, get volume,
XCRS granted
past,
fast track
traded
designation by the FDA. That's X-ray Echo Romeo Sandy. XCRS.
Although I don't think I've ever traded it around $100.
Fast track
actually
designation for
highs
its
up
novel
near 130,
concentrated
140.
diazepam formulation for injection. That's XCRS. X-ray
daily
Echo Romeo
doesn't look
Sandy.
too bad on
THC
it.
Tenet Healthcare Tango Hotel Charlie reporting 64 cents. The estimate was 31 cents for THC.
So I guess we got waiting on Snap now. Good old Snap.
ASTC, AstraTech subsidiary, and Cleveland Clinic partner to develop a rapid
That's a hard.
COVID-19
Snap
blood
is a
test.
hard trade.
That's Alpha
all the
Sandy
time,
Tango
Yeah.
Charlie.
in my opinion.
Gotta take a lot
NCBS,
of
Nicolette
shares.
Bank shares, November Charlie Bravo Sandy reporting
Yeah, even then it's
$1.72. The estimate was $1.40
I
for
don't know.
November
It
Charlie Bravo
moves
Sandy.
funny.
NCBS.
It moves
PXG,
funny.
Pioneer
funny, you're
Natural
funny.
Resources agrees to acquire Parsley Energy, Papa Echo. And a deal valued at about $4.5 billion.
Yeah, and then
That's an all-stock
that.
transaction for Pioneer to acquire Parsley Energy. That's Papa X-Ray Delta and Papa X-Ray. Papa Echo, rather, PE. Shares of Parsley Energy selling off here now, $9.91. Closed at $10.62 on that deal confirmation.
Snapchat. Let's see. I've got this and this, and then we'll
Snap
put
is
Snap.
selling off. I didn't
Snap.
hear anything
APYX.
on Snap.
Apex Medical
Let's see
announcing
here,
two
what do we got?
peer-reviewed clinical
Oh,
publications evaluating Renuvian's helium plasma technology. That's Alpha Papa Yankee X-Ray.
So I'm surprised iRobot is doing well. I guess people, they're at home, so they still can't vacuum.
Yeah. But iRobot also has military contracts, though, too.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I did not.
I actually work
IAA
closely
India
with
Alpha
the
Alpha
iRobot
IAA awarded
guys.
patent for system and method
They,
of oxygen management. That's India
They
Alpha
developed
Alpha.
the robots that EOD and engineers use to
VERB
investigate
Verb
roadside
Technology
bombs
files
and
for
stuff.
shelf of up to 8.4 million shares by selling shareholders. That's
So,
Victor Echo Romeo Bravo VERB. That's in a filing from the company.
I think they promote that more. I mean, see, I'd be more interested in a vacuum cleaner if I know it's based on military technology.
WDFC WD40
Right.
Whiskey Delta Foxtrot Charlie reporting $1.42 for WDFC.
they had some pretty cool stuff because you could you'd put on glasses and then they had an eye camera that would fit over one of your
The
eyes.
estimate was
And that
$1.13
was your camera, and you could switch it between
for
the 4
WDFC.
different cameras that were on the robot and operate it with your PS3 controller. So
Oh, yeah? Wow.
They're very effective.
HWC Hancock Whitney reporting 90 cents. The estimate was 70
Much better
cents
than walking
for
down.
Hotel Whiskey Charlie.
So
HWC.
to do the same job.
Much better than what? Walking down there?
Yeah, walking
What did you
down.
say?
That's what you had to do before you had the robot. So
Right.
PRTA,
Oh,
Roche, and Prothena will advance
I was all about robots.
Prazelizumab into late-stage clinical development study in Parkinson's disease. That's PRTA, Papa Romeo Tango Alpha.
If I was a bomb tech, yeah, I'd robots. I'd be all about the robots.
Right? Otherwise, you got to get in that big, heavy bomb suit and just waddle
Well,
your way down like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Well, yeah. Well, worse than that, you put yourself in a place where you get your ass blown up. That's that's really that's the bigger consideration, I think, Mike. I mean, hell, if I could wear the suit, just hang around the house,
ASTC,
then
Astrotech pulling back from the highs now, hit a high of 361. Now at 275
Well,
after
where did the
announcing
wire
their collaboration with Cleveland Clinic on a COVID-19 breath test. SNAP, Snap
just
reporting 679 million earnings of a penny
Wow, look
on
at it
Snap
go.
SNAP.
Oh, okay.
Earnings
There
of a
you go.
penny.
Like 5
on
years
Snap.
of painful of owning
The
Snap
estimate was a loss of 5
painfully.
cents, so that's better than expected. Revenue of
Wow.
679 million. That's a beat for Snap SNAP.
Like his voice is much more excited, Mike. You're absolutely
See?
correct. Yeah,
Gets
Shares of
excited.
Snap spiking to $32. That's up
paying
about
attention today.
$3.50 at the high on Snap SNAP. Snap now at 32.45, up $4 on that better than expected report. Again, Snap reporting
Wow.
a penny versus a
That's
loss of
got to
5
be
cents
all-time
expected.
high for Snap.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Looks like
I held it for so long, for like years upon years. My wife bought that, and
Shares of
I just had to
Pinterest
hold it.
popping
Even
here,
with
Papa
this
India, November
$5, when
Sandy.
it was down at $5, I was just like, whatever. Somebody's gonna buy it out.
Pinterest hitting
it is all-time
47.78.
high.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So Netflix did a
Nice.
drop and then stabilized. Robot leapt up and stabilized. Snap is still moving, so we'll see where
Pinterest
it.
announcing that former Disney executive Salim Coleman Smith to the board of directors. That's PINS. Looks like it's moving on.
Yeah,
ran out of
Master
juice
Chief.
there.
I actually got out of it slightly above where we entered. But there is just a point that I was like, okay, make the pain stop. I just stopped looking at it, right? When you're like, okay, I just chalk up all that money to the market. Here you go. If you go bankrupt, oh well.
Right.
Maybe. Like,
Shares of Snap
it's
hitting
gone.
33.73 at the high. Now at 32.75, up.
that
more
was
than
back before I
$4.
knew what I was doing. That was just random gambling. What was the stop loss? I don't know.
I think they call that investing, don't they?
That's what people say.
WEI,
When they
Weidai,
try to make a
Weidai,
trade and then they fail miserably, and then they
500.
say, "Oh, it's a long-term investment.
Exactly.
It'll be good in
Up
the long term."
526% today. Moving again after hours, up another $1.61 for WEI after the close. Shares of Twitter also popping here. Twitter along with Snap on Snap's earnings. Pinterest popping.
Twitter? How is Twitter taking advantage of that?
I don't know. Maybe it's just, yeah, it did pop up.
Interesting.
Shares of Facebook spiking to the highs. $272. Foxtrot Bravo.
There's that 270 mark.
Maybe that's people not understanding the fact that they're not related.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me not understanding that they're not. Are they related? And I don't know about it.
Now, Snap and Facebook kind of are, but
Snapchat
not really.
near 250
Snap and
million
Twitter.
daily users.
Other than maybe it's social media, so everybody. Oh, if Snap did well, then Twitter's gonna do well.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. But anyways, All right. Well, nobody ever said the markets are rational, right?
They are
They're just right.
definitely not rational.
They may not be
Twitter at
rational, but they're always
47.60, the
right.
high now on
I think
TWTR.
that's one of those things people have to get their head around.
I know, right? So,
They're emotional. Those emotional markets.
emotional markets, yes. So DK, that's Peter who's talking out on YouTube. So
Oh,
looks like Snap's gonna not really doing a strong pullback, just kind of holding up there.
who's the guy talking? There's two guys. Oh,
AGR,
that's right.
Avangrid
Meeting.
reporting 32 cents. Alpha Golf Romeo.
Anybody here who's on Team A with PCT? We've got our team meeting in 15 minutes.
The estimate was 41
There we go.
cents for AGR, so short of estimate.
So with that, we'll let you get prepared, Peter. So we'll say bye to our friends out on YouTube. Thank you for
Pinterest shares continue to spike here now on the Snap report.
Later, everyone. Snap over here. IR in Snap.